Rex at Piney Acres, and he's going to tell us a little bit about how he got involved with his agritourism. So can you tell us a little bit about your farm and how you got started out?
Well, the farm just all started when I was a little kid, but that could be a real long story. So the farm started I was getting older, and if I needed to do it, I needed to do it now and not later. So we started out as a Christmas tree farm, and then to try to do more activities or to sell the trees, we brought in the corn maze and the hay rides and stuff like that to try to get more of the real tree sold. So,
and what are some of those activities that you offer?
We do the bonfires, the corn maze, the haunted maze, hay rides. We did a brand new gem mine out front that the kids just seem to love. And then we've got a kids area that we've got a straw maze and just some child games that kids don't play with anymore. So.
And with the corn maze, you actually lay that out and cut that down yourself. How's that process been for you?
I start generally in February, March, just getting it in my head as to what I'm going to do and lay it out on paper and on a kind of a grid system, and then go out and plot it with flags, and then we paint kind of connect the dots. And we take a tiller and go out and till what we just plotted, and corn grows around that, and bingo, there we go.
There you go. And that sounds, like it does have a lot of work entailed in this. With somebody who's just starting out, what would you suggest if they wanted to have a fall activity would be the easiest for them to start out with, the easiest to implement?
A corn maze is fairly simple if you keep it in the manner that I do it. And you can get complicated with the GPS, and you can get into a lot of expense with the professionals that do it. You end up with a nice maze, but you got to start out little. Hay rides are pretty inexpensive. Bonfires type stuff it's just an area where a group of people can get together and have a party. It's pretty inexpensive. And then, of course, like we grow pumpkins out here, that's fairly inexpensive if you've got the area to do it. So, the inexpensive part's what I'm after. And trying to not necessarily make a killing, but to make a profit and to keep the farm going. So you just got to look for different ways to do that kind of stuff. And with kids, it usually doesn't take a lot to keep them activated or to keep them interested.
I know that this is a fairly new venture for you to get involved with the agritourism. So what's one thing that you've learned along the way that you want to pass along to another farmer?
I guess I get a little anxious and I want to do it all now. And I guess I don't like the idea of not being able to grow as quickly as I kind of wish I had. And so I guess the most important thing personally would be, make sure you're financed, that you're willing to spend that amount of money and or be able to get the money in order to do what you want to do and not to kind of go overboard. That's the one thing that I didn't anticipate. So we're kind of limited to what we can do. So.
All right, well thanks, Rex.
Thank you.